Hi guys. Today I'm just going to read a story to you called The Perfect Nest. And today's one of those days it's kind of snowing out. It snowed in Illinois in October and now it's snowing in the end of March. And it's one of those days where you just kind of could curl up and sit and read a book. And this is one of my favorite books, The Perfect Nest, because you get to use so much expression in it. Expression is where your voice can go up and down and it can sound a certain way or give a certain tone or mood to the book. The tone that you're going to hear in this one is several different tones because there's several different voices in this book based off of the characters and who they are and kind of how they act, okay? So, using good expression, you would sound almost like you're acting it out. That helps the reader to understand a little bit better and comprehend the feeling or the mood of the book. So let's see what you guys think about this. I love using expression. My kids know that in 2nd grade. I read several Roald Dahl books to them, and I always use expression for the characters so they know how they're feeling by the way that I sound as I read it. Alright, The Perfect Nest. I'll show you guys the pictures after I read. I'll hold them up. Okay. It says nest, and there's a barn. The arrows. This book is by Catherine Friend, illustrated by John Manders. Jack the cat gathered together everything he needed. Then he built the perfect nest. Dry and cozy, and just the right size. But the nest was not for Jack. With this perfect nest, he would attract the perfect chicken, who would lay the perfect egg, who would make the perfect omelet for a cat like Jack. Soon enough, a chicken came along. It says welcome, and then it even has lights around his nest. It's very welcoming. Caramba! She cried. A perfect nest! She hopped up and laid a small egg. Then a duck walked by. Oh, sacre bleu! She cried. The perfect nest. The duck pushed the chicken out, hopped up, and laid a medium-sized egg. Then a goose lumbered by. Great balls of fire! She cried. A perfect nest! The goose pushed the duck out, hopped up, and laid a large egg. Kicked right out. Jack's mouth began to water. 3 eggs would mean 3 omelets. But then the duck leaped up onto the goose's back. This is my nest. The chicken flew up onto the duck. No, this is my nest. The 3 cackled and quacked and honked, but each refused to leave the perfect nest. They squished each other for days. Each day, Jack tried to get the birds off the eggs. Fire! Fire! He cried. They didn't move. Flood! Flood! He cried. They didn't move. A wolf! A wolf! He cried. But the chicken, the duck, and the goose would not move. Finally, Jack stood before them. You birds are so silly. The next farm over there has an even better nest, and it's empty. Why doesn't one of you try to use that nest? An empty nest, cried the chicken, without a goose to lay on my head? Caramba! Sacre bleu, cried the duck, I am tired of smelling like the chicken. That nest is mine. Great balls of fire, cried the goose, out of my way! And they all flapped away. Alone at last, Jack returned to the nest and peeked inside. He arranged the eggs neatly in a row. Small breakfast, medium lunch, and large dinner. Jack's stomach rumbled. But then... Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look really closely at this egg. I want you to predict what you think is happening. Is he gonna get his omelets or not? Let's see. Crack! The small egg broke open and out popped a wet baby chick, who looked up at Jack and said, Caramba! Hola, mama! Crackety snap! The medium-sized egg broke open and out scrambled a wet baby duck, who looked up at Jack and said, Sacre bleu! Bonjour, mama! Crackety crack, boom! The largest egg broke open and out stepped a wet baby goose, who looked up at Jack and said, Great balls of fire! Howdy, ma! They're so cute. Jack stared at the babies. What was he to do? He couldn't make omelets out of them. Dry me, dry me, dry me, cried the soggy baby chick. Feed me, feed me, feed me, cried the hungry baby duck. Play, 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 cried the excited baby goose. Jack hid in the barn. The 3 babies found him. He hid in the woods. The 3 babies found him. Jack hid under the tractor. And the 3 babies found him, and they dragged him back to the nest. Sleep, 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 the tired babies finally whispered. Cold, 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 said the shivering babies. Jack scratched his head. Someone had to take care of these babies, but there was no one around. Jack lifted all 3 babies into the nest. Buenos noches, mama, said the baby chick. Buenas, mama, said the baby duck. Sweet dreams, ma, said the baby goose. Then Jack climbed into the nest and the babies fell asleep. That's when he realized that this really was the perfect nest. As you can see, that is a very fun book to read. My kids usually like this. And at the end it says, oops, you just passed the perfect nest. So he had signs to get them to lure them in. But when you're reading today, I want you to try to read with expression. Okay, use different voices, use different emotions, feelings and things like that as you're reading. And don't forget to tell me in the comments below what you've been reading lately, and maybe I can add that to some of my books that I would like to read as well. I'm always wanting to know about new books, especially ones that you can read with expression, which are usually fiction books, or fake or not real books. And so that was definitely a fiction book because it had talking animals, and they built a nest with things like lights and pillows and all that stuff, and the cat obviously wouldn't lure all those animals in to make omelets. So let me hear about your books, and I hope you guys enjoyed that because I really enjoyed reading it. All right, have a good day, kiddos. Bye.